mentioned that he's looking for all kinds of bloggers or experts. This is how it looked, okay? Here. So I'm checking if the advanced user or bloggers like Ami Diamond has commented or written about this topic. So
Very
I
good.
was, I was, yeah, I don't know if it everyone gets its own thing, but maybe my resource was not bad at all. So you see it's running here and it's giving all kinds of statistics and it's talking about COVID. And I won't waste your time, but it can take quite a minute or two. But this is the intent that it's not fast, but it's giving a broad report. We took a general topic, but if we took a topic which was more technically, it would give also a very broad thing. So maybe we'll get back to this. The last thing I wanted to show is actually in SharePoint. Um, oh, sorry. In Word, talking about Copilot. So up until now, we could reference only a single file. Yeah, we want to give a prompt and say write an article on such and such. But when we would click here on a paperclip, we could either search from one of the files here, choose it. But what if we wanted multiple files? And actually, multiple files can be in a folder. So what we can do is actually go here. I click the paperclip, got to here. But I
Yeah.
have here an arrow where I can choose to get from the web um, some resources. So I'm in an interface where I can choose either my OneDrive or SharePoint. But what I can do is actually now choose one folder or more. And the folder actually has multiple um, files. So what I can do is, for instance, let me look for if I have the prompt. Yeah, here we go. So what I wrote here is summarize the folder content and the important uh, information, add it in a table for. So I want it to go and give the name of the file, some description in order that I don't need to read each file separately. But I could also take this resource as not just as what I'm doing now, but just to write something. So you see, each document here, it added the key theme and the important topics. So imagine you had, I don't know, if you just want to know what's inside and to document it, it's a great thing. But obviously, you can just say, this is my folder, this is a resource, write me a report, yeah, for management, and it does this. So
That's very
uh,
good.
this is cool. Instead of referencing to one file, you can do it to multiple or to a folder. This is what I wanted to say. So
Very.
I think I finished my demonstration unless you have questions or you want to have anything else. Let me share.
There's going to, like on Monday, there's going to be something like 169 announcements from for Azure, all the new stuff that's coming. You see, is it
Yeah, I think next week there's also going to be some what's it called? The build.
yeah, the
Next
build
week I
that,
think it's the build.
yeah.
which is more development orientated, but they sometimes reveal also other things. So there's so many things that are coming up, and
Yeah, ex- exciting times ahead,
it's
especially
overwhelming. I think it's
yeah,
hard to catch up.
to
That's
keep up with it. Yeah, it's like you had the thing there now for OneDrive. I didn't even know that was there. It's um, it's incredible. Stephen, have
yeah.
you any
And
questions for?
I think also there's a big buzz. My last sentence from my side, there's a big buzz of people that were laid off from Microsoft. I don't know if you heard, but
Yeah,
lots of good people have been laid off, and I mean it's not a good feeling, but I'm sure hopefully they can find a better place or a replacement. So just
yeah.
as a yeah,
Figure was big. All right, it was 6,000. Yeah,
yeah, big amount. Yeah.
big amount. Yeah, yeah. So I wonder, is AI doing any of those jobs?
Uh,
I
I
I
don't
have.
know. I don't know. You know what? People say, oh, they say that AI will not replace people, but people that know AI will replace people that don't know AI. So maybe there'll be new jobs, or you don't know what's the reason for the cut. It might be nothing to
Yeah,
do with technology. Maybe it's just finance. It could be
yeah,
multiple reasons, maybe less management or just organization change structure. So
yeah. That's a lot of companies doing that. But if you think about it, Amy, right? These new agents, right? You're going to have to get people to actually build them. You have to get people to update them, and so that's a
and
new job.
maintain them. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
And like we'd say, from a customer service point of view, the way stuff changes all the time, you have to get people to go in there and edit the stuff, and so you can see new jobs coming from it. Um,
I'm afraid that people that there will be like shadow IT. You know, each if each one creates his own agent, then instead of things centrally be done. But it depends. If it's like a private agent where you just I want to do focus on a folder, and I create a agent just like on a SharePoint agent, or just on a very small scope, then it's I think it's okay. But if every single employee goes and create Copilot Studio agents just because they can, then I think there should be some governance and there should be some control, especially in
yeah,
bigger companies. What's your opinion about that?
Yeah, definitely. I have a PowerPoint presentation about that sort of stuff, about the governance and whatever. So you can't have one person coming in and making up all the agents. We say for a large multinational company now, that has manufacturing, that has R&D and finance departments and all these.
HR, yeah,
Yeah, HR, every company has one of them. They all have to be separate. So you can't have one person coming in building agents for all of them, because it wouldn't be practical. And they actually have a term for agent builder, right? A person who's doing them, called burnout, because they're trying to get their head into every different organization. So you need one for manufacturing, you need one for HR, because it won't know everything, you know what I mean? So,
yeah. It's also a matter of licensing of people, because not everyone will have a license, and then you
yeah,
need to have a model that says, Maybe those that have a license, it's okay, but those that don't, then maybe we go to pay as you go, or you pay the flat $200. So, and also the way you publish the agent, you can just give access to single people, but if you want to publish it, um, and in admin center you want to add it that it's available for everyone, either in the Teams or in a Copilot chat, then that's
Yeah,
administration
I'd say it
that
should be
needs
kind
to
of
be done, and you need to decide who will see what. And yeah, because it's
yeah, it has to be kind of role based, you know what I mean?
go
Like,
ahead.
yeah, it has to be kind of role based, I think, you know. Um,
I have actually a question. I have a question. I don't know if you know the answer. I mean, okay, let's say I create an agent, which is advanced one, but what happens? Can you transfer the agent from ownership from one to another? Because if I'm, let's say, the owner of the agent, but can someone else be the owner? Can somebody?
yeah,
What
I
happens the if the agent is created and I leave the company? What happens to this agent? Is it orphan, or should we use a service account for such a thing?
yeah. What do you think, Stephen? You're kind of systems admin, aren't you? You know, kind of all that stuff. If somebody leaves a company,
Yeah, you're muted, I think.
Sorry, yeah, say it again.
do you know,
We're
like
asking what. Go ahead.
Amy is saying, like if somebody builds these agents, you know, within the company and they're leaving the company, to who takes control, or can you take back control from them?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I haven't tried that, so I don't. I'm not. I can't really say. Sure.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So, yeah.
But you know, Amy, I'll just share my screen there, right? And when I'll just build a simple
Yeah,
agent.
but I think you should be able to, I think they should be able to transfer to like another identity, maybe like, so if you leave and like if
Yeah,
your account get terminated and nothing, yeah, I'm not sure of that is. I'm just
Yeah, but
checking.
maybe best practice is from the beginning to use some general account which is not
Yeah,
belonging to a specific
any,
person,
yeah,
and
it's not
then
tied
you're
down to any.
safe.
yeah.
It's
I
just
think
like you would use for Power Automate or other systems that you don't run
But
to into a issue that.
But if in that regards, if you do that, so how do you want to manage security in that when you just use like a general account, because it's not tied down to like any person, like I think see maybe like where we have issues. So how, I'm not sure, I'm just like asking. So how do you want to uh know if maybe this was tampered by this person or by another person?
yeah, I'd
Well,
say
well, just like you deal with it with Power Automate. How do you deal with it with Power Automate? It should be the same way.
Uh,
Whoever has access to this service account or specific accounts that are development, uh,
mhm,
it's okay. Yeah.
mhm.
yeah, it's like
Actually, I think you can assign additional people in Copilot Studio that can either just view or edit the agent from the. So you can assign additional people as editors, and that way, probably before the person leaves, you can give him also right, and then maybe that's the situation. Did
yeah.
Frank? Did you want to share something?
I'll just open up one here, right? That an agent that I made here. We see, does it
No,
give?
but this is Frank. This is the Studio Builder. It's not the Studio Copilot. This is a personal. This is on your. If you go to
On your
create an
on
agent, you'll see it's under my agents. So it's not the Copilot Studio one. It's a Copilot. This is the Copilot Studio. The other one is
on
the
your MPC account.
Studio Builder.
Yeah.
And, and
So
you cannot see under the Studio
Then you have to go
Builder
to
agents. So go to create agent, create an agent. No, the other one. Yeah.
the other one, this one here.
Yeah. Yeah. If you click here and click on my agents, no, and on the breadcrumb. Yeah, go back to the breadcrumb. Yeah, click on it. You'll see these are all of the Copilot Studio Builder that you created,
Yeah.
and you don't see here the Copilot Studio. Okay, so these are personal on your account, and you can. I think you cannot transfer. Maybe you can give reading rights because you can share it, but I think, but I'm so there's two types. One is quick Copilot Builder agent, which is on your name, and the other one which is the Copilot Studio is the one where you can do um, additional agent things with actions and
Yeah.
triggers and all kinds of things.
That's it here. I was actually working on actions here. Do you see this one? This
Ah,
is a
nice.
this is a HR one, okay? So, you know, you were talking about there the
By the
HR
way,
one.
did you receive the what I
Yeah,
sent you?
yeah. Look, you can see there.
Okay,
Look, I'm trying to build an agent
okay.
with
I hope you found it useful.
definitely, yeah, yeah. So there is
Okay, glad.
there there is on Microsoft Learn. This is it here. It gives you the step by step how to build the agent, the autonomous one. So you can see here now. I'll just go back to the top. Shows you all the steps to take. So look, this is
Yeah,
on
but wait,
Microsoft.
autonomous agent should be you need to pay. I think for it's quite expensive regarding the amount of messages that you need to pay and other things.
Yeah, it's
Maybe it's for those that don't have a license, but there's an extra cost for autonomous
yeah,
agents
it's
for.
it's 1 cent for every message sent to it. So
No, I
this is
think I think it's a bit more, but yeah,
is it?
but never mind.
Okay. So
We
this
can look
anyway
at the price.
gives you all the steps to create one. It's very detailed, so it's um, easy to
Oh, we
follow.
create a database and database first. Yeah,
So
that's quite.
it gives you a link to where to create the dataverse, and I was working on that as well. You see here inside Power Automate.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh yeah, so I'm working on that as well. So just go back to the Microsoft Learn. So it gives you a link to where to create tables in the Microsoft Dataverse. And this picture here shows you how you actually
yeah.
connect it. You add knowledge,
I see
and
it's
then
in a. Yeah.
yeah, it
It's
clicks
a
in.
preview. It says here, but yeah.
Yeah, so it's quite detailed and it's nicely laid out. So the steps, like one here, is employee details, and number two then here, um, your employee details, and then there's the next, and they have it well laid out. You see, number one, the search bar, then number two, you can select multiple tables, and then number three, you just go next. So
Now,
it's very, yeah,
Frank, Frank, imagine upload it to the OneDrive and click on the audio, and you just listen to it, and in parallel, you look at the pictures. So that would make it like more explainable, yeah,
explanatory.
clear.
Whenever.
Yeah, so I'm kind of towards coming towards the end of the actual build now, so hopefully I might have it done for next week. So it's kind of,
Wow, that's a cool project. Yeah.
yeah. So when it gets down to the action part, how it actually works is that somebody, we say in HR, they would send an email to the IT team.
Well,
Well,
you could test it here. If you can put the here, you can test it now. If
I could,
what's
yeah.
ready. Yeah.
I just have to
I
publish it
mean,
here, and
no, I think you can do it before publishing.
in the test up
The
here in the
publish it.
top.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes, so the
Maybe
startup.
you need to publish it first time. Yeah. I want to give you a tip or something that I was experiencing. In some of the documentation, it says if you create, let's say, a Copilot Studio agent and you test it and it doesn't work, the tip
Yeah,
is go to the um, where the knowledge is. Yeah, let's say in a SharePoint library, open it just like, and it helps make the indexing fast. So if you run a test and you don't get any results from the knowledge, just open one of the files in the document library, and it will help that the indexing will be faster. So that's interesting. Yeah.
yeah.
How
But
about
this,
adding the new? Yeah,
like
you can
this,
add the new agents. Yeah.
this one here, right?
It's a Copilot Builder.
2 weeks ago there, this one didn't work for me, right? And the reason was I had this tab off. So if I go over here and ask it what is the weather,
Of course, if you disable the web search, it will not
yeah,
find it. Yeah.
that's it. That's how it didn't work in, let me say, Dublin tomorrow. And it'll, the internet is turned off to it. So it says I currently do not
Yeah. Okay, and
have the web.
if you activate it,
And then when I figured out what it was, I went back here
the web
to
search. Yeah. Yeah.
the web search, turn that on, and we'll just copy this again and put it in here to the agent. And
But
it should,
Frank, you can be more specific. You can refer to a specific site on the web. So
or
if
you
you
can,
there's a
yeah,
CNN weather thing or something else, then you can define specifically what source on the window on
yeah,
the web you want it, and then,
exactly. Like it's different websites for weather. Some are more accurate than others. But I did notice when I done this first, it came back with the degrees in Fahrenheit. So I asked it to give it to me in Celsius, and anytime now I run a prompt on it, it knows I'm looking for Celsius rather
It
than Fahrenheit.
remembers.
Yeah,
It, I read somewhere that you could um, there will be a setting in a Copilot chat where you can save your preferences, meaning you can type, I always want to get an answer in this sort of way. So you can, it doesn't save the results, but it saves your preferences. Not on an agent level, but on a Copilot chat level. So that's going to be a setting that will be possible in future, which is good, I think.
yeah. So I
And
didn't.
do you know there's a future feature? There's a future feature that you'll be able to convert this Copilot Builder to a Copilot Studio. So there's a future when you create a new agent, there's a button that says in future you'll be able to convert this agent builder to a full blown Copilot Studio thing.
Yeah. So I actually made another one there, the stock market advisor. So and it kind of gives you all these kind of fancy things like stock inquiries, and if you click on that one there, can you provide information on a specific stock?
You know
See,
what's cool? There's a new feature yeah,
see the one you were
in
telling me about?
Excel. There's a new feature where you can request information from external sites. Um, so if you type in a prompt, go to the Copilot agent and write. This is a new prompt, by the way, which is
Yeah,
if you choose one of them, it asks you if you want it from the web or from the. Can you click on one of? You don't
yeah,
have it, but yeah. But you can write here. Yeah, list the 10 stocks from the Nasdaq and with their prices and stuff, and it will go to the web and do that. Or yeah, you can write New York's stock exchange. Or should work, but
10 tech
tech.
stocks.
Yeah, with prices and symbols.
With prices, is it?
Yeah, you can say yeah uh, with prices and symbols. Yeah. Oh yeah.
They call them tickers, isn't it? Do you know the
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
tickers? I think.
maybe.
Where's my?
Okay, so
So it's creating a table. Okay.
yeah,
Then,
look, and
so yeah, that's good.
and so it's going because once it would not go to external data. Now it brings you also. I don't know if the price is correct, but yeah, it's a beginning.
Like one thing
Or you could
is,
even write. Can you write? You could write. Yeah. show me the exchange rate of the dollar of the yeah. The pound to the
Maybe
yeah,
euro versus
exchange
dollar,
rate
maybe.
of today. Yeah, yeah, euro to dollar or something.
So do you think it is generating another table, is it now?
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it's replacing or it's confused. I think it doesn't know how to. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, the idea is that you can get information. So you might be able to compare things from the internet with
Yeah,
data
like
that you have now.
I was going to say, you see the way it kind of gives you up other stuff here.
I think
See,
Excel
like
is
something
still
like there,
capabilities is not as strong as others, but it's slowly. You know what? There's
I,
also a possibility you can. Do you know how where you can have a cloud, a word cloud? You know what? What? Oh, what did you ask here? Okay.
so I asked it what was their yearly's high.
Ah, yeah. And you have a resource that it says, yeah.
So I asked it to put it into a new sheet then.
You want to see something cool? Um, just write down, create a word, a cloud, a word cloud,
Create a word count, is it?
word cloud. You know what
Cloud.
a word cloud is? Where you have, yeah, using Python. Just write, yeah. Now, because each, you need to click start advance. Because this has each company once, then it will not, it will show only something once. You will see it will create a graphical, here's the, you see what it did?
Okay, yeah.
So it created, yeah, I don't know why Johnson and why the size should be the amount of times it's mentioned, but not sure why. Yeah, well, let's see. Maybe the column has too much data. So, but if you would run it on a, yeah, on, yeah, something else, but it took the data and showed it in, because the idea in a word cloud is the more it's mentioned, the larger it is, and the less, then it's less. But
Yeah, it's probably if there's all different words in here, like
yeah,
available.
this data is all in one column, so it's not good.
Yeah,
But
if we get rid
I
of
need to
these.
drop out, but
Yeah,
I really enjoyed the show. So thank you very much.
Amy, that was great stuff there this evening. Thanks very much for joining us. And
Thank you. I didn't prepare anything. It was just
oh,
It
Off,
just
off
came
the
Yeah,
cuff.
out from my mind.
Very
yeah, that's
good.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, very good.
Uh,
Goodbye.
is that like
I'm
five
sorry.
minutes? I just need to just talk about something. Yeah,
Yeah, sure. Go
yeah,
ahead.
that's and before the time goes up. Okay, I'm just gonna share my screen
Yeah,
now.
go ahead,
I just
Stephen.
have in few minutes. Yeah. A second. And enter screen. Okay. I believe you
Yeah,
can see my screen, yeah?
yeah, I got your screen up there now. Yeah, keep your user data in sync with.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. So quickly, I just want to talk about the service health dashboard in the M365 admin center, which actually is very, very, very important. And I can see some which is quite very important for admins. So it is very important for you to daily check your admin portal as an administrator. So when you come in the morning, or you can check in, maybe there's an issue, because at times some of the support guys intend to support users and they begin to have some issue, whereas the admins don't even check the health and see maybe there's an issue, there's a general issue with Microsoft, and they just keep on troubleshooting and they don't know that it's a general issue. So I think it's quite very, very important. So which, if you log into your admin environment here, you have if you come up here, you can see we have the dashboard view here. So there are two views. We have the health and we have the dashboard. Okay, so even if you click on this your dashboard here, if you come up here, you have where you have the health, and you can see the service health, the message center, product feedback, network connectivity, software updates. So I just want to talk about the service health. I'm just going to switch over this dashboard. So as an admin, it's always good to check these two areas, the dashboard view and the health view. So if you click on the health view here, so if I close my admin environment, if I close, I'm just like come back and I try to sign in my admin.microsoft.com, it's going to take me straight to this place here, because that is the dash, that's my view before I signed out. Okay, so here you can see here you have grades, no critical alerts to show, last updated on May 17, 2025. And I think that's one good thing about I think I like about Microsoft. So they let you understand that your health dashboard is very important to view like every day as an admin. So you need to check it first thing in the morning before people start coming in. So so if you look at here now, it's going to show you have service health and usage. So if you look at your OneDrive, you can see it's healthy. You have unique activities user, which is that on my own dashboard. So you can see you have the exchange online is healthy. So this healthy simply means that it's healthy worldwide. So there's no issue with the exchange. I think last week was it on Tuesday? Is it Tuesday or Wednesday? I think there was an issue with the exchange, which actually affects it. So when I log in, I saw it is on red. So it means that there's a general issue which Microsoft is actually working on. So by the time when you click on it, it will show you what is happening and what they have been doing. And so that's one thing with Microsoft. They keep you updated what they are trying to do, and then they make sure they minimize the impact it has on the customers. So yeah, so if you look at this, fine. So if you look at this SharePoint here now, we have two adversary. So this adversary just tells you that that's just it's not something, it's not an issue that is critical, you understand, but it's something that people might maybe find difficult, but just affecting some few users, which is not going to affect the whole organization. So it means that Microsoft they are still working on it. By the time they've finished fixing that, you see the here to change to healthy, but the adversary, it just means that if you come across, which means that out of 100, you might have maybe just like 2% of people that have maybe just 2 or 5%. So which is actually good. So when you click on it, you can see here to show you the scope of impact. look at this one. I said any user attempting to view video analytics with Microsoft Stream on SharePoint may be impacted. It said maybe, so there are two ways. So, and what is the root cause? It said a recent service update contain a code regression which is missing certain property used to generate analytics result in impact. So you can see, so that's one thing with Microsoft. Look at it now. If you look at that, the last update was on the May 16th here, the date, the time, they tell you as it's going on, you begin to see the history, you begin to see the updates, what is really happening on that particular that. So if a user should come and say, okay, oh, I'm attempting to check the analytics of this, I'm not used, so you know what is already happening, so you don't have to start. So with this, the admin can now raise maybe can now send out newsletters to the support guys, which is the IT support guys, those on the front end, making them to understand that if a user, maybe somebody who accesses this has an issue, so you know that, okay, this is really what is happening. This is from Microsoft and not from our own end. So you don't waste time troubleshooting issue, which is actually there. So we can see it said it's just minimal. You can see. So that's one thing I love about that dashboard. So if you come to Microsoft Teams, you can see this one is 5. You can see here you have user may be unable to view content on the 5 tabs. You see, user may be unable to load some shared channel messages. You can see it's going to show you the whole user impact, more information, scope of impact, and the root cause of that. And they will definitely be working on it. They have engineers, they keep on working on this until when it's now healthy. Okay, so it's when you now have if it's like a general issue downfall, you will definitely see it in red, which is an incident. So which that's going to be affecting definitely practically everyone worldwide. And I think they have a fast way of resolving such kind of issue, which that is why, like I said, I love Microsoft about that. So the head that if you go down here, you can see here. Then the next one is recommended action. We view recommended action to keep Microsoft service updated and secure. You can see here, maybe like if you have a new users in your organization and they don't know how to make use of OneDrive, so Microsoft has created a video you can share with your users to see how OneDrive works. So if you click on this one, share, you can just copy the link and then send it to the user, maybe like joiners who have not used OneDrive before, so they can click on it. So if I open this video now, let's assume I paste it here on the so you can see, so they can go through it and see how OneDrive works. So you can see, so these are things that are actually very important. That is one thing I find very important in the Microsoft Health dashboard. So like I love to leave my own view on this health, or if you come up your dashboard, you can switch the view. So here is another dashboard. So here too is very important. Here it will tell you, like here now I have an issue with my domain. Domain says some domains require my attention. You can see now. So this placard. So here I can ask, okay, click on view domain. Then it's going to tell me what is the issue. You can see possible service. So this one simply means that my domain has already expired. I need to, which it has expired and I didn't renew it. So it's not communicating with the DNS any longer. So on the DNS portal. So I need to, like, if I don't need it again, I can just, okay, remove it and automatically it will revert back to this one. You can see it doesn't revert back. This one is said is healthy, which means that the on Microsoft, which is general one, is actually good, but this one here is not, because the domain has expired and I didn't renew it, which is intentional. So I'm trying to get another one and then make use of that. So yeah, so you can come back here, you can go back to your home and then you can switch. You can see here you have a lot of things here too. You can see from here you can create your users, you can add users, you can edit users, you can reset password of user from here. As if you don't want to come here, you just come. So you can just quickly just quick action, come here. But the most important that I'm just talking about is just the health dashboard. Okay, so if you are under the dashboard view, you can also come up here where you have the health. I can come down here and then look for my health. So click on the health, and I'll click on my service health. So you can see under your service health, you have a whole lot of things here. You can see active issue Microsoft is working on. So you can see that. So these are ongoing issue that Microsoft is working on, but it's not really having much impact on users. So that's why you see they take their time to resolve such kind of issue. So this one, it has to do with, if you click on it, it's going to tell you, so you see this is affecting the Microsoft Teams. You see, so, and I think Microsoft literally, I think they are actually updating. There are a lot of that new features that are already coming out on Microsoft Teams, which is normally these kind of things will definitely happen when such changes are going on. So if you come down here, you can see you have your service status. You have the Dynamics 365. You can see here you have the adversaries. You can see you have the SharePoint. You can see you have the Exchange Online. Like I said last week, Exchange Online was on red because there was an issue. So you can see to show you the health of every. So this dashboard is quite very, very important for administrators, which if there's any general issue, so you can quickly send a newsletter to your IT guys to let them know if a user is having difficulty in this is the root cause. So it's from Microsoft. So they just need to exercise patience, and and then you have the issue history. You have a reported issue. Maybe if I've reported any issue, I can come up here, report an issue, and then Microsoft pick it up, and then they work on it. So so I think that's what I really just have to say, which is the health view is very, very important. So I can switch back to my health. Then so that's
Yeah, that's very useful tool to have, especially if you were having issues and you didn't know what was there. You can just go to your admin center and see their dashboard. Very good. Yeah, very good, Stephen.
All right.
Thanks for sharing that with us.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So if you have any more you want to share with us next week or the week after, I'd be very happy.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, so we've gone over the hour. So thanks everybody for joining us, and we'll be back here again next week with some more Azure and AI stuff. And thanks for joining us.
Thank you, everyone.